Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV, and Board Game today. I'm Brad. We're doing a review of Magic number 8, the latest issue in this series, taking us along the pretty big battle that's yet to come. It's written by Jed MacKay, art by Guara, colored by Arianna Consonni, lettered by Ed Dukeshire. Alright, so what do we know? So we know that there's this big, giant god thing called Marit Lage that's be coming down. There is a bunch of planeswalkers who have battled up to this point what they thought were a bunch of cultists in their city of was it Ravnica? Ravnica? I don't know how you pronounce this. Ravnica or Ravnica, whatever. But they've stopped the uprising and kind of like dealing with the fallout of all that. But the question is, like, what's next? There's this big giant god coming, and there's one person that seems to have a clue as to what is up. So that's Tezzeret. I'm familiar with this character just because I played it was like Magic, whatever the mobile game that was out for a little while. I know the character from that. I always thought it was a pretty cool design. So we get some background on him. He shows up with a little bit of info that our planeswalkers need to know to defeat the big bad coming, and it basically kind of does the wrap up. Like, this is an issue that just kind of takes everything we know from the previous 7 issues and like packages it up for maybe new readers who are diving in, but it kind of is like a recap issue in some way. Like there's a lot of focus on the various planeswalkers, which I think is cool in that we get a better idea about them and their relationships and what they're thinking. But generally, the issue is just kind of like a, hey, here's the big bad coming. Here's everything that led up to this. This is why things are the way they are, and there's going to be a really big battle to defeat this godlike creature, and you're probably all going to die. And that's pretty much the issue. Like, it's if this was a television series, this would be a recap or a clip show. That's what it really would be, a clip show, and not a recap, but it would be a clip show. Even though there was no clips in this, it's a clip show. It takes us through the steps. It takes us through everything that got up to this point. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I think we all understood what was going on, but to have someone really kind of lay down and spell it all out is not necessarily a horrible thing. Does it need to take the entire issue to do that? No. But the issue does use a lot of its time to kind of play around with the planeswalkers and really give us an idea of who they are and what they are when they're not trying to solve their assassination attempts. The art continues to be solid. Like, there's some really cool art in this. There's some really good moments. The characters, I think, look great for what I understand of what they look like. I like the style. I like the moments. The other good is that I think the issue kind of draws back some of the problems I was having with the last couple of issues, where it felt very like dive deep into the world of Magic. Magic the Gathering. Instead, this kind of dances around that. It gives some hints at some maybe other things that come, and where the series might go from here. But it's a recap issue, let's be honest. It also ties into Tezzeret's series that's coming out, or issue that's coming out. It's Magic Master of Metal #1. It's not out yet. It should be out soon. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of fascinated to see where the series goes overall after this arc ends. It's kind of hinted and pointed at some possible directions. But overall, like, this isn't a bad issue. I think it, gives us a little bit more understanding of who the planeswalkers are. It does a good, decent amount of recapping for those who want to dive in at this and don't want to read the previous 7 issues. So overall, like, not bad. We kind of needed something to tie it all together to be like, hey, this is where we're at. I just don't know if it needed to take an entire issue to do that. So we'll see where the series goes from there. I think this kind of feels like a good break in some ways for like the real arc to come of the battle. So which would be the battle to fight the big bad guy, Marit Lage. Out in comic shops now. You can go get it. I think this one, the series overall, is probably a bit more for the Magic the Gathering fans at this point. But I think it's a decent one. Like, this is pretty good, and I'm enjoying it. Like, I do want to see where it all goes. Out in comic shops now, you can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, top of comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links. There'll be affiliate links, so we get a small percentage by doing that. You'll support our site, so thank you. Just watching our videos support us, so thank you for that. If you are into board games, card games, trading card games, collectible card games, role-playing games, miniature games, check us out every single day at BoardGameToday.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram and Tumblr, all at Board Game Today. If you are into comics, check us out at graphicpolicy.com. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, all at Graphic Policy. Keeping that nice and consistent as well. Until next time, keep rolling those dice, get your game on, keep reading your comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.